Africa's Got Talent.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, 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 Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that, Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that, They are playing on your intelligence, life full of pretense. They are playing on your intelligence. They are playing on your intelligence. Their life full of pretense. Everything is diligent. Oh, so every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up for Africa. So every black man stand. So every black man for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, 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 Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that, Englishman knows that, Frenchman knows that, Nigeria knows that.
We have been in this bondage for decades now. Oh,
For decades now,
they gave us their culture. They killed our prophets. They colonized our people with guns and bullets.
guns and bullets
Biafra is our hope now.
is our hope now.
Biafra is the hope of Africa.
So every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up for Africa. So every black man has to stand up for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, 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 Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that.
See them bad men working tirelessly day and night, trying to oppress and bring Jaja children down. So every black man even now for the heroes to be. Stand up for your right and let us free Africa. I know that Jaja won't let us down.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo. Mazi Uche Okafor Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us on this journey that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And that is because, considering the area where we come from, corruption is like air. Almost everybody breathes them. And it takes few good men to stand against it when it comes to this agitation. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Nyoma province to be precise. And I have to remind you tonight that every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. I acknowledge every member of the pro-Biafran group, irrespective of your position and stance regarding the issue of Biafra restoration. I acknowledge all of you, from Bim Mozob to every group, so many, BNC, every group fighting directly or indirectly for the restoration of Biafra. We have all been wounded. Somewhere along the line, we're going to heal ourselves. Acknowledge Mazu Bidiobino, Okuyongoka, Mbadike, Ezekwesele, Dr. Okado, my own man, Nwokenkwo, another of my man, Onwazurumba, Lord Genus, the humble brother Chimezie, Bruno, Ada Biafra, and Agumwanye. Acknowledge all of you. Audio Guinea, Udo Welem, too numerous to mention. Those who are yet to speak, those who are observing, those who are Biafra at heart. Acknowledge all of you this evening. Because it is useless trying to pretend you are the only person doing what you are supposed to do to save our people. And of course, those of you who are sympathizers, for so many reasons you cannot come out openly. Believe me, we acknowledge your effort and sacrifice. And those who are not reasoning properly at this time, based on the fact that they allow the entertainer to turn them into Santa Claus. Acknowledge you. Because when we as a people are facing extinction, when we as a people are confronted with danger, the most endangered species of Homo sapien here on earth is the Igbo man. But does that mean the Igbo man is the only one suffering? No. And yet you cannot apply your mind, your heart to reasoning. All you can think of at this time is, oh, George Onyibe is on the line. Let's go to his page and play. My brother, a day will come, you will be ashamed of yourself. You will be ashamed of yourself. So I acknowledge you. Nnamdi Kanu, of course, hired a special hiker to deal with this my account. They have tried many times to stop it, to no avail. And then the next one they did was to clone it. And when I change profile picture so genuine people can know the one that is the genuine George Onyibe, Benjamin Madubugu is the one doing that thing. They upgraded their distance. And so I have to change my profile picture to Nnamdi Kanu with Pampers. Now they have not changed again. Mad people. Now let me remind you before I go ahead to acknowledge the Creator. Apostle Paul say, I become all things to all men so that Christ can be won. We become all things to all Biafra so that Biafra will be restored. And if I may have to remind you, Anyhow you want us to dance this music, my brother, get your dancing shoe ready, because we are ready. And so they are listening. My new profile picture now, I love it, and it's going to be there for a very long time. So Nnamdi Kanu, Benjamin Madubugu, please help me display it. It is a shame, but as always, I will acknowledge the Creator. The steadfast love of our God never ceasing. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every moment. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. Imegi Chineke o. Kanye nwa tụkwasị olileanya. Imegi Chineke o. Kanye nwa tụkwasị olileanya. Onye nwe anyị. Agbabago m ụlọ gị o. Ekwela ka ihere mee. Ekwela ka ndị ụwa jụ m kelebe ka chi gị n'ugbu a. Ise. And of course, as always, we move on to begin to enlighten our people, to begin to re-educate them, because the days are evil. Our topic this evening is simply titled, The Need to Respect Biafra on Behalf of the Dead. There is need for all of us to respect Biafra. If not for those of us who are living, but because of those who have died for Biafra, we need to respect Biafra. As noble men, as humble men and women, as principled individuals, we came into this struggle. And the only thing we have in mind, it's not to kill Nigerians. The only thing we have in mind is not to undermine anybody. The only thing we have in mind is to ensure that Biafra are respected, that Biafra is restored in the end. And if this is what we want, you will understand that sometime you need to go through the length and the breadth of Biafra to be able to restore her. And so we came. Everything we thought we are, everything we believed in, we have to set all of them aside. We make sacrifice that we know those decisions can even damn the next generation of us. But we don't care. If it is fighting for Biafra restoration, we came out not to conquer any other person. And so, at this point in time, some people don't understand. Some people cannot see clearly. And so they desecrate the name. They deliberately want to desecrate the name of Biafra. And before our very eyes, we've seen them. We'll keep quiet. To those of you who see this evil, and you are pretending, you are the coordinated man, you are the gentleman, you are that one that is very organized, very civilized. The day God will judge all of you. Because it looks to me that those who see evil and say nothing are worse than those who are the perpetrators of those evil. With all the truth all of you know. Some of you are hiding. You are the good man, Abi. But the truth is that one day, the next generation will talk about all of us. And so, like I said, our topic is simple. The need to respect Biafra. You have to respect Biafra. If not for yourself, respect Biafra for those who have died. Simple respect. Single respect you people don't have for Biafra. When you see Nnamdi Kanu as hopeless as he is, coming to say, you idiot in Germany, you cockroaches and chin-chin in London, you hopeless idiot. That is not a sign of who respect Biafra. But of course, he respect the money he's making with Biafra. That is why over 300 million has been used to lobby you. And these are the people who come and pretend. We know how they preach the gospel. Let me remind you for record purposes. I am a scholar. When I mean I am a scholar, I am a Bible student. And so as a reverend, educated, went to school, properly indoctrinated, we know how to preach. Not just that we are taught, but from the abundance of the heart does the mouth speak. If we want to deceive you, we tell you sweet thing, so you enjoy yourself, and then you wait for Biafra for the rest of your life, and then you die. Your children will begin to do that. No, after our time, we will redefine this agitation. The journey is long, and then they cannot come. He cash on your emotion. He take advantage of your predicament, and he pretend he's fighting for you. If they don't give us Biafra, we die. He just hear the crack gun. He don't jump fence. Before they crack the gun, he has jumped his fence and left over 400 persons dead. And that is what brought us here. This is when it come to money, IPOB money. Nnamdi Kanu don't have friend within Nayanya. I wonder why we are not contributing ego this. And after all these things, we put ourselves in 10 years. Because you don't have respect for Biafra, you think we will keep you quiet and watch you like that? No, we do have respect for Biafra. And I'm encouraging all of you. You must. Some people say, we got to look for our problem. We don't have problem now. If you are reasonable enough, if you are sensitive enough, if you are meticulous enough, open your eyes closely, you will understand the game Nnamdi Kanu is trying to play with all of you. And let me tell you the consequence. The non-Igbo Biafrans are gradually shifting back. But I call on them tonight wherever they are. In as much as you are shifting back and observing Nnamdi Kanu and his style of leadership and restoration of Biafra, understand we have a nation to deliver, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Nnamdi Kanu can turn it to Igbo agitation, but I tell you, we will push him till it become Afari Beku agitation. We will follow Nnamdi Kanu up till this is agitation will end in his father's compound. It's a promise. Because if you do not get rid of this plague, if you do not starve this monster we have all fed, the regard you have for Biafra will be rubbish in the nearest future. I remember in those days, police are afraid to arrest us. I have to be sincere with you. I remember in those days, police are afraid to arrest us. Our case was a counterfeit. Because when you want to bail IPOB person, they say, leave them all. Leave them all. They were lawyers who were coming from corners to even come and plead their case on our behalf. Until for Nnamdi Kanu to give you fake account of all the money he siphoned. What did he do? He started blackmailing people. He now appointed legal department. Barrister Jofor will be siphoning money from America. All to lobby all of you. They are lobbying you. The one Barrister Jofor cannot rake, Nenanya have rake. The one Nenanya cannot rake, Amarachi has rake. Then Nnamdi Kanu is the chairman. But it's okay. But today, look at Biafrans. What is the value of our respect now? How do they see us? 30th of May is around the corner. And since 30th of May is around the corner, a moment to remember those who died for the sake of all of us, Biafrans. It's a moment of sober reflection. We come to a point where we need to ask certain questions. What are these questions? My father used to tell me that when a man sees his end, he begins to wonder, what is the essence? What is the purpose of the life you have lived before now? And that is because you have seen your end. And so if you want to be successful, try to see your end at the beginning of every journey of your life. You see, you'll be able to define yourself. When Jesus got to this stage in his ministry, he gathered his disciples and said to them, who do men say that I am? It is not as if Jesus did not know who he is. It's not as if Jesus actually needed their approval. That is the Son of God according to the Bible. No. He wants to point out to them to the beacon of hope. The last outpost to defend for the sake of Christianity. That is why he asked the question. It was time for evaluation. Who do men say that I am? And rightly the way it is. Some of his disciples say, oh, you are Elijah. The other one say you are John the Baptist. The other one say you are Moses, David, Aaron, Samuel. And they were even making fun of themselves. The same way most of you now, supposedly Biafra, the world is asking you, who are you? Who are you? Some are saying, we are Nande Kano Gogoro group department. Mad people. Yes, we are this one department. We are this one department. The world is still asking you, who are you? Who are you? You can be Nande Kano, you can be Uche Mefo, you can be Asari Dokobo, you can be Tony Nadi, you can be Chief Rafael Wazurike, you can choose to be saboteur like me. All because of Biafra. But you see, individually, we don't exist. Individually, all of us are rubbish. Until we give the key word. The Biafra that we must respect. And so all of them start guessing. But do you know the mystery there? If you traced back what they said, all of them were right and all of them were wrong. And then Peter looked at Jesus and said, you are the Messiah. After all, it's the Messiah we are looking at. And from there he made an utterance. And said, flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. Because of this faith to declare this truth, you shall be known as Peter, the rock. And upon this rock, I will build my church. Today, who are you? What do men call us? Biafra agitators. What do they call us? Photoshoppers? Propagandists? Liars? Unknown gunmen? ESM? Kidnapper? What do they call us now? You see? All of you now who used to come out, yes, we the Reverend Father of Ngwongwo in America, we are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. We the World Igbo Congress in Ngwongwo, judge them. They are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. Where are thou, oh ye Biafrans? Now don't they hide? It's unfortunate. There is need for us to respect this name, Biafra. And the reason why we have to do that is because this name is very expensive. If the world will be sincere to come together to review the name Biafra, there will be days of mourning and weeping. It will be declared all over the world. If the world want to truly look into our matter, we've almost gotten to the stage where people will review our issue. After all, what are we asking for? Oh boy, go your way, let me go my way. But the shenanigan you people are putting up, the drama, the entertainment, the talent display, who will get involved? You that is even promoting it, you have started running already. So today, you that is the victim, the reverse has been the case. You are the one that they are beating. You are the one they are killing. You are the one they are raping. But you are the one coming up to claim that you are the one raping them. We are the one killing them. Unknown gunmen killed police. Unknown gunmen killed pastor. Unknown gunmen rob bank. Unknown gunmen do this. And you are taking the glory. And the world is looking at you. By the rivers of Biafra, where we lay down, oh, and there we will, when we remember Biafra, oh. Nigerians, so carry us away captivity. They require a song from us. Now tell me, how can we sing this Lord's song in a strange land? Let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our heart be acceptable in your sight, oh my God. We were almost there. 38 of me. Men and women died. My happiness is that majority of them died for what they believe. And if they have the privilege to come back in life and join us in the same timeline, most of them will prefer to die than to live. you will not understand it. Because what drives you is the monthly due you make. You will not understand it. Because what drives you is the position you will occupy or your children will occupy when Biafra is eventually restored. You will not understand it. Because you have not been able to reduce yourself and put yourself in the position of those who has been rubbish, who have been reduced. You will not understand it. And so tonight, I want to remind us that with a great prize, we have deposited for this name Biafra. And with a great prize, Biafra will be restored. When we consider the value of the nation called Biafra, through the sacrifice that have been made on her behalf, most of us will not do what we are doing today. Most of you will not understand. It's 30th of May. Let's go back to Nnamdi Kanu. He's telling you, and his mugus and zombies are still writing it. 30th of May. Home. On 31st, sit at home. What will that do exactly for us? Now, if you're sensitive enough, he want to do one thing. He want to prove to the world that the people obey him. But I say to the world today, no beggar obeyed him. Those are sponsored media propaganda. Let him come and put those things again. Of course, we are putting his righteousness to the test already as a God. Let us assume all of us decide to go and sit at home. Will he give us Biafra? All of us decide, oh, let's obey the supremacy, the almighty God of Fundi Zumbi in Biafra land, and sit at home. Will he give us Biafra? There are ingredients that makes a soup sweet. There are ingredients. If they are not complete, if you like, gather all of them. If the application is not normal, you cook rubbish. How many times as a youth have I made soup? And then in most cases, with all the ingredients, too much Maggi or too much pepper or too much salt, I will now use water and flush the whole soup away, pick all the meat and move on with my life. That is exactly how some of you are, most especially in Nnamdi Kanu. He will get to a stage, this soup we have cooked and he put too much salt or pepper. He will pour water and throw it away. And of course, he's eating the meat already. That is why he's trying to give you indirect account. He has used 300 billion to lobby you. No wonder most of our people are not reasoning normal. Who would they lobby with 300 million and still be normal? What are we trying to say in non-share here? We are trying to make you understand that if you consider the sacrifice that have been made on behalf of this Biafra, most of you will not be doing what you are doing today. 30th of May is around the corner. We are not trying to consider the people who died and how they died. If Buhari be alive today, he know what he did in Imo State. The highest case of rape was in Imo State. The highest case of starvation was in Anambra State. The highest case of assassination was in Abia State. And of course, they were not called by this state then, but for location purpose. I would have been saying Okigwe province, Owerri province, and the rest. Even though you know it before, why can't we repeat it so that our children will know what has happened? They say, let's forget, let's move on, no Victor, no Vanku. It's okay. Have they shown remorse? For the like of me, I don't know why somebody who has wrongly and brutally treated you, dehumanized you, is still loving you and kissing you. And you say, you know, we got to move on. We need to do the war Biafra. Now, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. And this is the way I reason. Biafra do the war alliance. We are going home. Una no get sense. Una no get sense. With everything they've done to us, our children have the right to know. They have the right to know. This is history. I don't think the Germans and the Jewish or Israeli, I don't think they are fighting war now. I don't think they have any problem. I want to believe there are a lot of German in Israel, the same way there is a lot of Israelis in Germany. But if we go by the story they tell us about the Holocaust, if it is not media manipulated, my God, it is, I think there should be a platform for reconciliation. And I can tell you what we saw in our own land, trying to defend ourselves. The Jewish people didn't see that. But then we acknowledge them because at this moment they have been able to correct the mistakes of the past. And then they tell you, never again will the Jewish be homeless. You don't know the price of this nation called Biafra. That is what most of you are doing, what you are doing. Some of you in diaspora, your plan is that they will kill all of us on ground here. So you come and claim us. That is the mindset of most of you. And most of us on ground here are not using our brain. They are zombie. How many of you has their lineage been cut off because of this journey? The way most of you reason, we know, and we are watching all of you. You see, now there is a problem. Those of you in diaspora, if your plan is not to protect us on ground, and you are using us to achieve your aim, get ready. I'm not saying all of you, but some, that is how they reason. If we don't say it, who will say it? Our population is too much. Let them kill them, Joe. We cannot come back home, Ojari. You want them to kill us, so you come back home and take all our property. You think we don't know what you are doing? Those of you, you think we don't know what you are doing? Chinas and Woru. You think we don't know your plan? But you are reasoning this way because you have never considered those who died for this struggle. Look at as we are speaking now. They are killing our people. They are adopting our people. We are no longer talking about it. What are we saying? Hey, this police station don't collect it. You go to police post. You bomb police post. You are claiming, yes, unknown gunmen. Police post. Police station, you have about 3 people just trying to register their presence. You come and burn them. Hey, we are formidable. Hey, we are killing them. Hey, prepare. Prepare. Because that thing you people are looking for, you will get it. Now, our people are being killed. Who is reporting them? The only thing there now is propaganda. Yeah, we have seen a assassin bomber. He came to Ebonyi State. He wanted to bomb everybody. Hey, he's a suicide bomber. That is IPOB media. That is how they report. They have now become worse than BBC and CNN, as they used to say. And I told you people yesterday, the suicide bomber supposedly, the only people who carry out of terrorism, suicide bomber, are the Fulani, and sometimes collaborated with Hausa, and they are most Muslim. Now I told you yesterday, maybe jokingly, I said go and check his pint, because the Fulani man, the suicide Muslim bomber man, will wear iron pint, so that at least when the whole body blew, the abona will be intact because of 27 virgin in heaven. But I say if he's not wearing iron pint, maybe after these brokers now the Kanu will wear one lunatic iron pint and go and bomb somewhere. So that is we said it because they are all listening. And then today, this morning, and then I come across an audio coming from supposedly one of the police. What name do I call her? In Ebonyi State. And she was saying, okay, the person that bomb is not a bomber, it is not bomber, but they are trying to cover their evil. That is not their concern. But at least for the record purposes, let us listen to what the woman said. If I can be able to play the audio, let us listen, because our people must be very careful, because the nation we're fighting for is very expensive.
Okay, there is no suicide bombing in Ebonyi or bomb explosion in Ebonyi. Actually, today, regrettably, a mobile police inspector, ED Aminu, a personnel of Mopute Chichu Abakaleke attached to Afikpo special duty, while handling his hand grenade, which he hooked on his belt. According to them, his own elbow hit the hand grenade forcefully, and the thing exploded and killed him. There's no suicide bombing. There's no explosion in Ebonyi. It was as a result of an accidental discharge of a hand grenade that killed the mobile police who was handling it. Yes. Okay. So that was what happened. There's no suicide bombing in Ebonyi. Okay, considering the security situation of the country, whosoever that's posted that video has actually caused trouble. He has misled the reading public a lot. Please let this news go very wide. That in Ebonyi, there's no such thing in Ebonyi. It was just like I said, I want to re-emphasize that what...
Let this news go viral. Do I trust Nigeria? No. There is something they are trying to cover. And then now the Kano and IPOB media liars are helping them to cover that thing. All of a sudden, for Nigerian police to admit that it's something, it was accidental discharge, it's a collateral damage. My brother, there is something you have not heard of. But can you know the truth? When there are people who are just, all they want is to draw traffic in their platform. Hey, it's suicide bomber, we catch them, they would have bombed the whole of Ebonyi, propaganda. And now all the people they are adopting, killing in Ebonyi, who is reporting about them? And now the Kano don't report about them. After all, when he finished watching Gladiator, he now told you, those of you who are about to die, I salute you. His brothers are not dying, his sister is in the police in Ebonyi. He's not dying, Those who are about to die, we salute you. There are mad people. No wonder now they cannot call you people mad people. But he's the madman. I understand he's taking advantage of all of your love for Biafra. Anyway, they are bombing also. The bombing, it is bombing. We saw the suicide bomber. He was carrying a armored car.
Okay, there's no suicide bombing
this
in
one?
Ebonyi.
Only him.
There's no such thing in Ebonyi. It was just like I said. I want to re-emphasize that what happened today is an unfortunate incident for the Nigerian police. An inspector of police was lost today as a result of his own equipment, which he goes to work every day. Hand grenade is actually popularly known as tear gas. He hung it on his belt, and in the process, his hand hit on it forcefully from the top, and the thing exploded and wounded him. When he was rushed to the hospital, anyway, he was confirmed dead. He was confirmed dead.
And so now the Kano can go ahead now and do fundraising.
Not a bomb explosion.
Let him go and do fundraising for the Ebonyi bomb suicide. Some people here has gotten fought because of the explosion of the bomber in Ebonyi. It affected the ear of our mothers, and then now the Kano must raise fund. Raise funds so we can take care of the ear of our mothers. Now you get the point. Like I said, our fathers before us fought with integrity. They fought with honor. And so it was easy for us to continue from where they stop, because they know the value. They never soiled their hand. Honestly, I have spent more time studying the generation of 1967 to 1970. Of course, when we tag that generation, some of them may be, let's say, from 30 years downwards to 10 years. Those people within 30 years, or let's say 35 years, till 10 years or 8 years during the war. May God bless all of your soul, dead or alive. I have never seen Homo sapiens as coordinated I have never seen Homo sapiens as patient, as tolerance, who has tolerance. I've never seen people so enlightened, so educated, should I say so forgiving. They were able to overlook, they were able to resist till the end, they were able to preserve themselves, they were able to do everything, even when there is no principle put in place to govern them. They govern themselves with dignity, with honor, in faith, in truth, in sincerity. They kept this platform for us. And so when we look at what they have achieved, what they have accomplished, they were able to weather the storm. Why won't we come out to defend the same honor? They are the people, most of them are the people we are remembering now. With the legacy they left behind. Yes, they didn't win the war, yet they won the war. Yet they died, but yet they live among us, in us. Yes, their property was taken, yet they recovered it. Yes, they were emasculated, disenfranchised, oppressed, but in the midst of it all, they rose. And so when we think about what they have done, the success, the honor, the glory they left for us, why wouldn't we be proud to say we are Biafrans? But now look at where we are. Look at where we are. Oge meme buoge umu Biafra jangwilio. Oge meme buoge umu Biafra jangwilio. Nande kanwa bata omaghara bata o. Onye neme Biafra o ya kpachare kwenya ibe nande kanore o. Immediately Nande Kano came. He mad over everybody, deceive everybody, and some good men say, guy, this thing is not how it's supposed to be. People has not vent their anger. When people will vent their anger at the right time, you will know the reason Nande Kano was very fast and harassing everybody to create ESM. He wanted to shut everybody down. But now he know, even with 1 million unknown gunmen ESM, what is going to be is going to be. You should be all of you should get ready for it. If you listen to Tony Nadi's last broadcast, you will see pain, you will see anger. This is a goal we can score easily. Somebody is messing all of you up. Look at you now. What have you reduced Biafra agitation to? If you are too bold now, come out now and tell them, I'm IPOB, I am a Nigeria, I am a Biafra. Just try it. But could they do that to us before now? You are not getting it, but you will get it. Now the Kano deliberate effort now is to destroy everything. Everything. Very soon now, IPOB become a terrorist confirmed global group. And then I will see where most of you will hide. Is there anything to be proud of now in Biafra agitation, aside few individuals who are trying to manage it? You see, the Bible says things that are pure, things that are holy, things that can build. These things, meditate on them. And one thing people don't understand is when the Bible says the things that are holy, you need to find out the true definition of holiness. Because the last time I checked, holiness is not righteousness, but you don't know. Holiness simply means separated unto righteous work. Something that is separated for righteous purpose. And when they say God is holy, anything is holy. It's simply telling you that this thing has been set aside for righteous purpose. And how can you define righteousness? A lot of out of righteousness in themselves is evil. But for the purpose of what it serves or represents, it's still referred as righteousness. And when he say the things that can build, meditate on these things. Have you checked the in-depth meaning of the things that can build? I won't go there this evening anyway. So if you truly know the value of this very system we fight for, this nation, all of us will humble ourselves. When Master they say, humble yourself. He know what he's saying. I was with a Calabari man. I went to their house. And then we were talking about Biafra issue. I defended Biafra vigorously. And the man was very angry. And while we were discussing, he called the daughter, who was a naval personnel. She came out from the house, fully kitted. In fact, the daughter was listening to us from the room. And the man said, this is my last daughter. And then another of my son is in the artillery. He said, you see, if you are not a friend in this neighborhood, I will make sure you don't see the light of another day. I said, but why would that be? He said, do you think I send my children to join the military because I want them to be in the military? I won't tell you all the story this night. But he told me that after the war, those of them within Wakereke, Kalabari, the waterline Aziz, Bonny Island, Opobon Koro, all of them Ogoni waterside. He said for almost 2 years on, most of the fish they catch from the river. Some of them you see human hair. Some of them you see fingernail. Some of them you see, you just caught a fish, just pieces the fish for food. And you begin to see human parts. It was horrible. We blamed ourselves for what the enemy did to us. So many stories. This platform is supposed to be a place where every tribe is supposed to call in. Every Biafran tribe is supposed to call in and tell us their encounter. If we are shying away from saying all these things, what do we tell those who went through them? That they died for nothing? After all, we tell you the story of how Jesus was crucified. He carried his cross. He was thirsty. They flogged him. They gave him different torture. We say it every day. Why are you saying it? If you forbid us from telling you what you did to us, why do you want us to repeat what you did to Jesus? You wrote up to the extent that you said, for the Romans to be sure Jesus was there, they pierced his side, and then water and blood came out. Everything we are doing is ordained by heaven. Everything we are doing is monitored by heaven. But of course, Lucifer can come out anywhere. This is 30th of May we are talking about. Trying to defend a nation that does not need even your defense. Trying to restore a nation that is in existence and predate the people who kept us under this mess. You don't know the value, I can assure you. You may be the person who started it. You may be a leader at a particular point in time. But you do not have the spiritual in-depth of what you are dealing with. One day you will understand. Our fathers, they fought. They held their ground. They never shift their position. With dignity, honor, and pride, they never gave any shadows of turning back. They didn't leave any avenue for us to be ashamed. Yes, Nigeria won them with the help of their allies across the globe. Yes, we know it was no victor, no vanquish, no conquest. All of them were lies. Yes, we know. But each time we remember their deed. They never gave us room to live in shame. They were not being moved by propaganda. But it was men who strengthened the people. Unlike what you have today. When our fathers fought for what they believed in. The restoration of Biafra. They didn't fight with propaganda. Men strengthened men. How did it happen? Okokui then was broadcasting. He was not lying. And so when they get a report to him and they tell him, oh, they are killing our people in Abagana, Okokui then will step on the mic and start telling the Biafrans, there is too much fire in Abagana. The Abagana youths or Seto are doing very great. We have to go and support them now. You have to follow here. But they are killing Abagana people. And then people will be rejoicing. They will be happy. And that was what gave birth to one of the greatest miracles, where almost all Nigerian army killed themselves in Abagana. He never discouraged anybody. That radio under Ojukwu never undermined any Biafra. Even in Fajona, as you people call saboteur. Okokun then was there to add rod to skeleton of everybody. And so even when you don't have leg, you think you have leg. That was what he did. Yes, the Biafran force, they are moving bumper to bumper, head on, Lord. All this grammar and the canon steal from Okukunde. No propaganda. But they encourage the people. And those who would have been discouraged were encouraged. But today, what are we doing? Hey, Nigerian Janja weed, Fulani Boko Haram, Yoruba saboteur, everybody in Naemo Donyoshi, the Rafael Wazulike Hotelia. We are, look at what we are doing. You people should pray that we didn't enter war now. Only few of you are deceiving yourself. You people should thank God that Nnamdi Kanu did not succeed to drag you people into war. You people, we are gingering. Listen to Radio Biafra. They spend more time castigating their people, destroying their people. They spend more time rubbishing their own people. Nnamdi Kanu and the gang of idiots called DOS. Those idiots called DOS, the people you have there now, there are two classes. One class is if you cannot beat them, join them. The other class is the real evil genius. All they think is how to mess their people up. And every other member who have tried to correct them and stop them from doing that, they tell, oh, it's a saboteur, it's a saboteur. All of you are here. You don't know anything, but you will know one day. I told them, remove me. Don't try to set me up. Because you cannot set me up. Jesus said, for the prince of the earth is loosed against me. But they have found nothing against me. And all of you we know is evidence till today. That everything they said about me, they are all lie. I told them, remove me. I will disappear honorably. But let me remind you, if you call my name Pem after that day, I will follow all of you up. I've not started though. And then I left. I wrote appreciation letter. Throughout that last year, 4 months into this year, I never said anything. In that appreciation letter, I told you people, it's still there. I said, I know they will blackmail me. And if there is need for me to defend myself, I will bring that matter up on my platform. And in less than 2 days, the first propaganda, Oji Sokalu gave George Onyibe money to sabotage Biafra. I roll it out. The next one is Willie Obiano, who has not given me money. But I heard my peace. I never broadcast, I never said anything, because I want to see the level of their madness. Where is Josephine Erewa? Where is Darlington as he dey hot? Efe, where are all of you? You don't set you, or set Yana. And all of you, most of you were enjoying it. I use myself as a case study for record purposes. The woman they said I was sleeping with in Jos, she passed on. I heard she's dead now. Maybe the marriage, the you people that destroyed her marriage, she could not bear it. She's dead. And you think in her grave she will be fighting for Biafra or killing all of you criminals? This is how bad you people, some of you can be. True, well, please, when I try to generalize most of what I say, if you are not involved, you should know you are not involved and you are not the person I'm talking to. But those who are involved know themselves already. Let their conscience prick them. And so our fathers, when they fought, they didn't fight by propaganda. Their case was clear. This is absolute not acceptable. There is rapid killing of our people, which is leading us to this 30th May. Their case was clear. There was no need to blackmail anybody to release a sympathy from anybody. And so the only thing they could do is to say the truth the way it is. Not what you are doing now. Yes, so they kill us, so they burn us, so just look at the social media and see how Nigeria is killing our people. Look at that woman they shot. She bled to death. Nobody said much about her. They are a younger man. Then they enter police station, kill Igbo police. Hey, a younger man, then collect one. It's all right. It's all right. Our fathers before us, I told you how they fought. Yes, they were propaganda in their time, but it was only meant to strengthen the people, unlike what you have today. Yes, they were beaten down in many ways, but with honor, with dignity, with pride, they parade themselves, because nobody would have succeeded, or rather every other person would have failed, unlike them. Today, what are we doing? What are we doing? We are busy parading falsehood. Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu made a statement. He said, with pride, we proclaim. With pride, we proclaim the Biafran phenomenon. You know what that means? Today, what do you do? With falsehood, you proclaim Biafra. I hope you people have watched your film, Enemy in the Gate. In his next broadcast, he will give you another one. Yahoo, Yahoo. The good people of Biafra, if truly we want Biafra to be restored, must understand that this is time for us to strategize. As it is evidence that Nnamdi Kanu cannot give us Biafra, but rather he have destroyed everything that would have given us Biafra. If you are a genuine Biafra, you want Biafra, this is the time to re-strategize. Don't let anybody deceive you. The only agenda Nnamdi Kanu have now is to rubbish everything about Biafra. But we tell him he's lying. Let him finish destroying the one he can destroy. We will rebuild it. And for those of you who truly want Biafra, we don't need to fight war to get Biafra. You should understand this above all. A country that has fought a civil war after a particular number of years wishes to separate from that same entity, have the right to do that without shooting any other gun. We have paid that price already, and it is no longer necessary to go into another war. But there are people to engage. He knows it. Osoko Ubue. Ego idozi obodo one. We are going to pay without ego idozi obodo. Ego ito fenko. Without ego ito fe jujuju. Why would they want Biafra to come, for God's sake? Ego mogwo. Those of you in Germany, you will pay ego omugwo. Those of you in America, you will pay ego single mother. Rubbish. Why would they want you to be free? For the first 3 months of this year, Nnamdi Kanu deliberately rake every account of IPOB. Shut all of them down. Well, of course, one day he will give accounts. Number one, when we talk about strategizing, how do we re-strategize? Let's consider 1 or 2 areas, and then we can leave our line open. We need to consider the issue of border integrity. Our border integrity, it must be defined. Come to think about it, who is even Biafra? Igodo Migodo, Biafra. Yoruba, Biafra. Middlebelt, Biafra. Very soon you will have Fulani Biafra. Just watch Nnamdi Kanu. The day you don't see the story to tell you, you will know that some Fulani around Arugongo, those ones are Igbo. Did you not hear their name like Arugo Igbo? And you are going to jump up and hey, yes, it's Igbo. Oh, our Hausa Fulani brother is Igbo. We're mono ye man. Without you being able to define your border, you know who is who? Who is Biafra? Who is Biafra? Who are the Biafrans? You don't know. You just enter social media, you draw map, you configure everywhere. Border integrity. Every Biafran must know that this place is Biafra. Nigeria has stopped preaching that Igbo, you are not Biafra. They are not preaching that anymore. Because everybody knows the truth. And so it is useless trying to convince anybody. But some know they are not. You people don't know the atrocity Nigerian committed against us. Immediately after the war, they started switching most of our monarch. And so most of them who parade themselves as our king are not our king. The government later blackmailed most of the original king and blackmailed them that they were fighting for autonomous community. They raised up fake king. Nnamdi Kanu father is not a king. For record purposes, he's not blue-blooded. It was Oji Zokalo that made him king. Now go back to Afari Beku and find out the real king. You see, maybe he's selling pure water around the Umuahia Towa. Because they publish all the genuine king. Raise up their own and carry rank and rod and give them. If you like, you are part of those fake king. If you like, go and get a tabeli. That is your business. Those damages in my area is unbelievable. And so most of those king or those leaders you are seeing are not from there. When you hear the issue of Moritola Mohammed, you people will not believe that Moritola Mohammed is not Hausa or Fulani. Moritola Mohammed is from Bende State, area in Edo State today. He was adopted son. That is why you see Nigerian helped the British to kill him. That is why you see he's the only Fulani supposedly leader who did things that nobody can do till today. He changed all the British name, British Oil to African Oil, British Bank to First Bank, Stafford Bank, and the rest of it. Because he don't think like a Fulani. He's a liberal man. He think like normal. Because he's not part of them. They change his name. Today, Nigerian will tell you that no, he's a Fulani. He now marry Yoruba. That man is a Edo man. Have you seen Yoruba honor him? Have you seen Fulani honor him? Because he's a Yamini to them. And some of you are going to argue it for a very long time, but I know his house. Because we got to an era where everybody want to be like Fulani or Hausa, so they can be carried along. What about Sunday Babayaro and Celestine Babayaro? Are you telling me they are Fulani now? These are Imo State boys. The same thing they did to Sunday Babayaro and his brother Celestine is the same thing they did to Moritola Mohammed. Moritola Mohammed. Moritola Mohammed. Imakwana Moritola kere Imo State. Moritola kere Anambra State. Oh, Dinka oh. No wow. All these truths are hidden instead of us to look at it so we can be able to know our problem. Somebody is doing talent display. You wear Bogobo shirt, raw powder, they use video enhancer, project your image, fine boy Lambato. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. But the real issues have been neglected. I say, if you are a genuine Biafra anywhere in the world, you want us to go home. We don't need war. We don't need you to give us ammunition. We don't need you to challenge anybody. We need to deploy principles of governance, which I will not mention. But I will encourage you, look for Biafra Nation Alliance. Look for Biafra de facto customary government. Look for BIM. Look for BIM Mazob. Look for every pro-Biafran group. Look at the one you like the way they behave. Join them. We don't need AK-47 to free ourselves. When we are ready, they will know. They know we are not ready. When we are ready, there is what is known as total abstinence. Total avoidance. One of these days we will look into that. Not because you want to, because it's necessary. Watch all Biafran platform. You will never see Yoruba person come there to commit. If you do, monitor them. They are not Yoruba. You begin to get the idea of what is abstinence. But when Yoruba is like, hey, what is this Yoruba man name? Sani Ohoho is going to do rally. Our Oduduwa nation. I love them. Oh, they are formidable. You did say you want to catch Yoruba Mugu. You never know your problem. But you, same person who is Yoruba, our loving Yoruba, you are coming to my platform to rubbish me. In your own mind, though, and you want to be in the same country with me. Jadeji re gweseri onu megbe. Jadeji re gweseri onu. Yoruba si o mo egbe. O mo egbe rara. O ti mo anything. It's okay. So who is a Biafra? Where is the border integrity? Very soon Nnamdi Kanu will become the leader of the Nigerian youth. And our supremacy. Oh God. Of course, this is the time of revelation. The promise is for all of us, as the Lord has said it will be. He said he will give us power when the Holy Ghost shall come. I say the promise is for all of us, as the Lord has said it will be. He said he will give us power when Biafra shall come. Now, the windows of heaven are open. The power of God is here. The Spirit of the Lord is here. He will baptize every soul. Open your eyes. This is not about the crowd. This is not about the noise making. This is not about the jamboree. This is not about the harassment, intimidation. Nigeria, after almost 60 years, cannot subdue Biafrans with harassment, intimidation, and everything they are doing. Is it you that will do it? You that will know your mother pot. We will follow you into your mother pot of soup. Are you the one that can do it? And so you must do something. We can get our freedom without war. I promise you. Kanomene nyapo ane sene ka luaga yamani no nwekwe na luaga onu wa luaga isi ho adawa hu no nyere beshi aho unu amani no nwekwe de jaga da luaga ye weli opia kana opia ho ebefushi ha wa mani onyere ebe ne Wapo hada luanga mbebu mbeto ishi ejuale kanwa hunu nyere ebeniwe ishi. You don't need to ki hezazo. Kanonye chono will glory. You want to take the glory. We're killing there. We will come here. You will die here. You are endangering all of us for nothing. We cut Fulani. We will kill them. We will seizure them. We will punish them. We will mechanize them. But it's in somewhere in one hotel with his new secretary doing him honor. He turned the other side, broadcast for you in a timpu. Rubbish. Go to Anambra State. Find out from a gala in Anambra. Find out from them that place you have oil there. Tell Anambra to give you encounter. Maybe you will understand how they fight real war in African setting. Go to Ebonyi State, between the boundaries of Cross River State and Ebonyi State. Most of those places they are having communal fights. Go there. You will understand that. If among ourselves we can deploy these strategies to undermine ourselves, who is that person coming from Futajalon to rubbish all of us here? If you have not given them that privilege to do that. Tomorrow I announce we shall kill all the Fulani, but it's running. There's some Mugu zombie will jump up and down and begin to jump up and down. Is it even killing Fulani that will give us Biafra? If we come out and tackle these people normally, they will start living by themselves. It's unfortunate. Anyway, number 2. The people's opinion must be considered. These are some of the things we have to do. As we remember those who have died, we can't let their death be in vain. People's opinion must be considered. Who have you considered this opinion? Who? A tree cannot make a forest. Let's go back to agriculture, so maybe you understand. In agriculture, they talk about different kind of cultivational setting. And one of them, if I have to explain this evening, is, for instance, plantain. There was a time one of the government set up a plantation in River State. And then close to that plantation around Ogoniazis, my brother bought land there and then decided to plant his own plantain alongside with that of the government. And then we noticed that in about 6 months, the plantain for the government was growing and doing very well. But my brother plantain was not doing well. And then we have to call the people who are working for the government and say, you people plantain is doing well. Why is our own not doing well? In fact, the ones we even collect from your own seed and planted here, all of them are not doing well. And the person gave us a shocking revelation. He said, you have, how do I put it? You have combined different species of plantain on this land, so they will not produce. It was the man that told us that if you want to plant plantain and you want it to be very fruitful, he said, go to one farm. From one farm, one plantain, cut all of them and plant. He said, the moment you go to another farm and bring plantain and add to the plantain in that your farm, he said all of them will not produce well. Now that is what you are saying. And so we have to uproot all the plantain and then went to a particular farm and took from there. I tell you, in the next 6 months, our plantain was even doing better than that of the government. And now there was consultation. And from the consultation, there was revelation. And from the revelation, they were able to put things right. And because you can put things right, you have result. Positive result, progressive result. If ordinary plantain that don't have brain, for instance, can function in such a way and say, these people are not with me, I cannot do anything here, I don't trust them, and then hide their potential. What about human being with suspicion all this year? Don't you think there is need for discussion? They just pick two people. We are the Biafra. We are Biafra. My papa, if you no agree, say we are Biafra, we go kill you. My mama, if you no agree, say you be Biafra, we go kill you. I go disown you. I go disfather you. You know, Timpu inside radio. Come village now, can't do that one. Our people must begin to think towards this direction, and hopefully, people are getting their senses back. And then finally, because of time, you must study the enemy in order to neutralize them. You don't just come out and go to battle. You study them. You have to study your enemy. That is the only time you can neutralize them. That is it. And of course, for sake of knowledge, I will give out some information. When you are sick, the doctor will first of all diagnose you. They want to know what is wrong with you. They don't just come and pack drugs and give you. And the moment they are able to find out what is wrong with you, your problem is half solved. I have suffered for stomach ulcer in my life more than anybody alive. I can assure you. It's not because of hunger or maybe, but at least for almost 2-3 years, all those time IPOB people were poisoning me to kill me. Most of the traditional drugs they give to me is mixed with hot drink. And so whether I like it or not, I must drink it. And so almost every day I'm having stomach ulcer and it's healing. I'm having stomach ulcer and it's healing. In fact, when I was in DSS custody, I accused them of poisoning me, because the acute pain I have within my back region makes it look like I have kidney infection already. I threatened them, I shouted, and their director gave order they should take me for test. They took me from DSS there, blindfolded me, handcuffed me, leg and chain like if I was one terrorist, and then took me to one lab somewhere in D-line. And then they run tests on me. And at the end of the day, when the result came out, the owner of the lab said, there's nothing wrong with your kidney, your livers are okay. And I told the man, but why am I getting this pain? And the man said, as far as the body is concerned, any injury within the chest and stomach region, he say the signal, it's always you get the pain from your back. And then that was when he said you have ulcer and then you have gas in your stomach, but don't worry, you are okay. And now that is when I know that most of those pain I used to have were ulcer. And since sometimes you take some of those drugs mixed with kai just to cure the poison, these criminals want to silence me and say it's Abino Pabe. I have no choice. But I soon discover something. Cola. So when you eat cola, the pain of your ulcer subsides. But of course, you must try and monitor the quantity you take. And so, having discovered that, I don't run for ulcer again. He come today, he go next tomorrow. He come today, he go next tomorrow. And so he can't be my enemy now. Study your enemies so you can neutralize them. Don't tell me everybody kissing you and loving you are your friends. Nobody will give us Biafra except we give ourselves. Nobody will support us. Not Yoruba, not Fulani. None of them. Even the best sympathizer. Study them. Study them. That's the only time you can neutralize them. Jesus would have died of disappointment if he didn't know Judas. He studied them. He knows the one that is gentle. He knows the one that is hot-tempered. He knows everything, and he managed them like that. These are issues to begin to consider. When have we come together to reason and say, these people, how do you see them? Or don't you know within almost every community there are aliens planted among us? You want me to begin to mention their name? In the heart of Abia State, there are a lot of communities that are not Igbo. But they are Igbo. Anambra the same. I won't even talk about my place. Because pole to pole are different language. They know you, you don't know them. But does this make them enemy? No. The blood has mixed already. But for the sake of the information they have that most of you don't have, they don't even rest. They are always on defense. But you have to talk. Because if not, Nigerians have most of this record. They will rubbish all of us. Those of you from Eka, in Akwa Ibom, go and find out your history. The Igbo people in Cross River, go and find out your history. The Igbo community, not Ikwere, between Ogoni Aziz, go and find out your history. Igbere people, go and think deeply. Abreba people. And those of you from Imo State, Mbitori, go and find out who are those Iri people. Go and find out how that community were formed. But very soon we will go back to your root and we'll tell ourselves this truth. But a nation has been formed. And we are one people. And not until we study all these things and manage the situation, you are deceiving yourself. Have you tried to study the relationship between Ngwaman and Omwahia man? So when you are Omwahia, jumping up and down like Nnamdi Kanu. Have you been to Omudike? What we are doing is a very big nation. That is why I keep respecting those men who saw tomorrow were able to create a system that unites the Igbo people in the southeast. And I tell you, by every means necessary, protect that thing. Protect that thing. I don't know who they are. They are the reason all of us are still here today. In conclusion, we cannot afford to give this place. We cannot afford to mess up Biafra. But rather, we have to make effort. We have to make commitment to make sure that Biafra is restored. Commitment. Start from somewhere. And let's tell ourselves the truth. And of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. The WhatsApp line again is 070-815-45642. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And then if you have access to my WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, any other social media platform you can call in, please be free to do that. I'll be back in a minute.
All hail Biafra, the land of rising sun. is our own flag, the sign of unity. This is our nation, the mother of freedom. Welcome to my home. This is my motherland. And now the world will sing, all hail great Biafra. And now the world will sing, freedom flag you've got it. And Biafrans will sing, the hand of God is with us. And Biafrans will sing, the battle has been won. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here. Freedom from dictatorship, tribalism, monopoly is gone. We are the children of great light. The darkness can never overcome. God has built this great nation, the nation of the rising sun. And now the world will sing, all hail great Biafra. And now the world will sing, freedom flag you've got it. And Biafrans will sing, the hand of God is with us. And Biafrans will sing, the battle has been won. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here. Celebration, voice of freedom, victory is here.
Yes, self-force, all must hail Biafra. Call on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Uh, my name is Chukwudi, calling from Italy. I heard from my notice. The car notice. Good day, Biafra. I listened to your teachings this evening. May God continue to strengthen you and bless you, sir. May God continue to protect you. There is something you just open up to Biafrans. Have we discussed with our people, like discussing with his own people, discussing with different ethnic group, how the nation would look like, how the nation would be. This is the area the people we choose as a leader. The people we respect as a leader fail to lead the people. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, this is the area Mazen Nnamdi Kanu fail. He failed woefully as a leader. That everybody put trust on you, people believe on you, people put hope on you. He failed woefully. Nnamdi Kanu failed woefully, but people see jumping up, praising him. These are the areas Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to touch and look into. How we're going to discuss with our people. Benin is a Biafra. Okay, we will believe you. What is our relationship with Benin people? Igodomigo is a Biafra. We believe you. What is our relationship with Igodomigo, the people? Who is representing Igodo in a Biafra issue. Not just by some radio. Idoma is a Biafra. Igodo is a Biafra. What is your relationship with Igodo people and Idoma people? If you don't have any good relationship with the people, with the owner of the land, the community, the PG, the youth leaders, the traditional rulers over there, even the political elect over there, you don't have good relationship with them. You are just wasting your time jumping like a stupid man on the street, thinking that you are giving the people hope. While you feel woeful. No hope there. The only thing that will give our people the freedom we want is good relationship with the community leaders. Edo is a Biafra. We believe Urobo is a Biafra. Good and fine. What is our relationship with Urobo people in Biafra struggle? What's our agreement with Urobo people? This is my own stand. Just no, anybody should not just come out from any angle to begin to jump up and try to brainwash our people. Biafra should wake up. Yes, we all are Biafrans, but what is our agreement? We need to open up to each other. We need to know where we are going. Some of us are just wasting our time. If we cannot get this thing right, we are just wasting our energy. What if we want Biafra? Yes, how is it going to look? How is it going to be? My normal people, what is our position? Urobo people, Ishekiri people. Who is the person representing the normal people? Who is the person representing Urobo? Who is the person representing Ijo? Even Nisha, Egbake. And you don't have these things in order. You don't even care about all these things, and you say you are looking for Biafra. That man should stop wasting our energy and our time. Those who are coming on this platform to comment rubbish, please go back to your house and sit down and think about your life. If you really need freedom for our people, think what to do to give our people freedom, because our people need freedom. We should stop making us on radio. Let's do the right thing to give our people life and hope. Nnamdi Kanu is a stupid man. It's an idiot. It's an educated illiterate. Trying to claim a smart man and a wise man. Should stop that rubbish. We need to do the right thing and tell our people the truth. Thank you very much. I'm okay with this. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized. We continue saying the truth. It doesn't matter how you want to judge it. It doesn't matter how you want to embrace it. But we will keep pushing it until you get the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We must, as a matter of urgency, begin to make necessary arrangements to see that Biafra is restored, and very soon. 30th of May is around the corner. Conscious people, Biafrans across the globe, has given out their mind regarding how that day should be. Please make sure you do the right thing. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Yes, sir. Maze, I'm listening to your program. You see, you are making a point. You are making a good point to anybody or to any Biafran who can understand where you are heading to. Sometimes annoyance can stop things. I'm talking to you direct, and at the same time, I'm talking to the fellow Biafrans listening. You see, sometimes annoyance can spoil things. We Biafrans, we are not doing any campaigning for our motherland, Biafra. What we are doing is agitation. Anybody can come out. Even me, I'm trying to come up with my own idea or what I can do. Anybody can come up with his or her own way, or the way God has presented the person. Let us not be against ourselves. Everybody, now, we are suffering. Many people are suffering. People in outside country, we feel that they are okay. But anything we do in outside country, we must come back home. The home now is on fire. Nobody will come back. Let us come up with our own idea to make these things work out. I'm in outside country. I feel that to go to international community is the best way. If we are agitating, like people using Facebook, I call it a Facebook video program. People using the Facebook video program to agitate. Let us not be against anybody. If you come up now with a good idea, I believe people will follow you. We don't care who you are. What we need is good direction to restore Biafran land for ourselves and for future generation. I beg. To you and to everybody, any other person that is listening today. Today you make a point, and at the same time, every day our people are talking about this one come from here, this one come from here. You see, I know my age. Some young ones cannot understand it. These people have started in time to do what I call divide and rule. Divide and rule. If, like the junior ones, they don't know. Some of them don't know when we have 19 states. I ask that question. In that 19 states, in that time, how many states is Biafran land? How many states is Biafra from that 19 states? Let us take the example from there. Any state that is Biafran land that time, they have divided many of them now and deceived the people. You see, the same thing they are doing happened in my own state. We have Government College Umuahia. They have divided it today. Government College Umuahia is now in Iguano local government, and they cannot change the location. They cannot change the location again because many of them in the politics attended school. If they want to use it now, they will call it Government College Iguano. Because it's no longer in Umuahia, according to their divide and rule. The same is what is happening to many of us Biafrans now. Some of us don't know our left and right. You see, because of they don't know when these people started. I'm in my 40s now. A boy of 25 years, a boy of 30 years don't know all these things. So they have deceived them. Let us tell our people the truth and agitate in a true heart, not deceiving some of us. Please, sir, if you wake up, if you come up now with good suggestion, I believe I will change any place I belong. If I thought I belong in any place, what I told them, IPOB, I'm not an IPOB member. IPOB is not a court. IPOB is not a court. I'm a Biafran. Asking me, are you an IPOB member? I don't believe in that thing. Don't ask me that kind of question. I told people like that. What I am is a Biafra. Any place, anybody I know that is agitating well, I will follow the person up. This is my 3 years now, on my own. You see, that's my contribution to your program today, sir.
Thank you very much, and I truly appreciate. That is exactly how genuine Biafrans should sound. That is exactly. Everybody, this is the time for us to practice what we preach. This is just the time. And honestly, we will get it right. Our people must know the truth. They will embrace the truth. They will live by the truth as they are doing already. Honestly, I thank God for that kind of brother. I almost want to cut him off, but on the other hand, God says just leave him. A very coordinated person. Caller on WhatsApp.
God will help us. God,
Good night. Yes.
God will help us.
Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, Jabba. Good evening.
Go ahead, please. Good evening.
Masa,
Who are
this is your brother,
who are name?
Oduku Awele.
I will know what name.
The Oduku Awele is from Manioma province of Biafra land. I just want to start with the issue of 30th of May, which is the remembrance of our heroes and heroines day. And that day can never be changed unless we get Biafra and everybody agreed that the date should be changed. For now, it can never be changed, not by anyone. And the person who is trying to change it now, move it, we don't have to blame him because his blood is questionable. He has a questionable blood because he was born during the war when other people father were busy fighting. So his blood is questionable, so we don't have to blame him. The parents didn't die, so we don't have to blame him. His blood is questionable. So that's why he misbehaved. You don't know the pace of how many people went through during the war. Pray for those of those people that died, even the ones that are still dying, even some of them out of their foolishness, or we still have to pray for them because they died for what they believe in, which was Biafra. And the person that is deceiving them, pushing them to do that, was using them for another aim, which was to change narrative. But it's not going to happen. We are watching them. It's not going to happen. Then let me move further to other issues or other points which you raised. Now they are not celebrating government anymore because the military have gone rogue. They are now offensive. The unknown government are nowhere to be found. The unknown government, also sponsored by the government, are now killing people more. The unknown government are being picked up every day. They are not celebrating again. We pray for them. But they're not counting the scores. Today, if you know the number of people they kill today, innocent people, not even the unknown government now, innocent people, old mother, they killed them yesterday, today they killed some by stray bullets. They die for what they know nothing about because of a Ekpelima. Ekpelima who think he can sacrifice the life of everyone to satisfy his ego. What has the unknown government now? Can they see the situation in the country? We were saying this early before it got to this point. This will lead to destruction. It's not happening. That you don't see them on social media again. Hey, unknown government. Hey, unknown government. They don't even talk about Biafra again. Biafra. That's what they are talking about now. Biafra. Change narrative. Fujoshi. We are waiting for them. 2023. Even the Arab election was sold. Nothing will be signed, sealed, not talk of to be delivered. Nothing. If there is no election, let the governor continue. Let the governor continue. Sacrificing the life of your people just to boost your ego, and you're hiding your children and your wife in diaspora. Your sister is in the police. You have not even heard that to kill her that she's a saboteur. She's working for the zoo. Your brother is riding a jeep, the same governor's jeep. The people will call saboteur, Fulani Janja with their stooges. But that they give you jeep you collect. Our people must I can't say they are reasoning now. How many people are yapping on Facebook now? You hardly see them except those 3 people they are paying in Kuwait to yap. The ones in back home are hiding. So you don't see them again coming down listening more now because they realize the truth that they sold us out. You sold the struggle out when you told us in 2019. It has been signed, sealed, and delivered. It was the struggle but you can sign, seal, but you can never deliver the struggle. You can sign whatever you want to sign, but the struggle will never be delivered Neither should it be narrowed down to any Igbo agitation. This is, we are all Biafrans. As you see that we are all Igbo. We are all Igbo. Oijo, you are Igbo. Rudo, you are Igbo. So shall it be. Can never be changed. The narrative will never be changed. Someone can jump up and down as long as he wants. The narrative can never be changed because they rented them. Where are those ones that are running naked now? Faith and that if they told them to dress naked, so can attract all these boys so they can watch. Why are they not broadcasting again? The people naked, people are rising up now. People back home are seeing the truth. They are dying. They know the truth. You got no ammunition. That guy has zero plan. In fact, days back, I was part of the people that castigated Tony Nadi. But after listening to his last video he made yesterday, I saw the truth, man. I saw the truth. Maybe years back he didn't explain it very well, but he explained all they have been doing so far. And everything still now, even though he's afraid to say Biafra, but everything still does part to what we are doing. And the Belma is destroying everything because if it's not him, then it will be nobody. But he lied. He lied. This Biafra, we must pursue it. Even if we don't get it, our children will continue. Nobody will deliver any fucking thing anymore. Not talk less of to be signed again. But let me hang go from here.
Thank you very much, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Thank you. Our people must understand 30th of May is around the corner. It is a moment of sober reflection. We have to look into the sacrifice of those who has gone before. We must consider why they died. What were they thinking? Why did they choose to die? These issues cannot be ignored. We cannot sweep them under the carpet. No. And of course, at this moment, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Our people must remain focused. Our people must understand that it is suicidal to retrieve from this journey in a time like this. It is suicidal. And for you to know the truth and refuse not to say the truth, may the Lord be with you. Caller and WhatsApp, are you there? Caller and WhatsApp.
Hello, George Onyibe.
Good evening from here.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Good evening from here.
Good evening. How are you today?
God is faithful. I'm very fine. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
No, I've been listening to the program. It's quite unfortunate where we are today in Biafra land. I don't know how long it will last. And I don't know how long it will take to fix. The damage keeps increasing, keeps multiplying. And my people are still blind to the facts. My people are still carried away with fallacies, cooked up stories, facades, fantasy. That is what our people are inside. And it's very unfortunate. Look at what is happening in the Southeast. Gunshot, people being killed. Innocent people going about their activities. Innocent people going about their daily life. Is this how we want to get the Biafra? What is going on? How must we lose lives? We are losing lives on what platform? On what structure have you put in place to make the Biafra come? You don't have any platform. You don't have any structure. The only structure Nandi Kano has is Facebook broadcast, YouTube, noise making. There is no structure. Where are the structures? Where are the allies? Where are the equipments? Where are the weaponry? How sophisticated are his men? Now we are not hearing ESN again. Unknown gunmen now is turning to another thing. No more ESN, no more Fulani. I thought we were fighting Fulani before from our bushes. So now Fulani, maybe, okay, probably no more Fulani in Southeast, according to what they tell us. And it's ESN. Now ESN has changed to gunmen. Where are we heading to? If Nnamdi Kanu would have continued the preaching of Biafra without even making it violent, without bringing the violent part into it, words are strong too. Actions is okay, but words can go further. I'm looking at this, the demography, looking at the structure, looking at how Nigeria is. Violence would be the last thing for him to think of in looking for Biafra. And he has started this violence. Where are what the paraphernalias to match up? The pressure coming in. Look at it, nothing. They are falling apart. These are just bunch of charlatans, bunch of miscreants carrying guns. They call themselves unknown gunmen. Killing policemen. What are you killing policemen for? What are you burning police station for? Me, I can't figure out that aspect. Some of them will say they want to revenge the IPOB members that were killed. Okay, you want to avenge the IPOB members that were killed, Abi? So your answer, and you resorted to killing policemen. Have you forgotten that these same policemen are people that put security for the people in the states? Have you forgotten that these policemen are the people that protect the people of the state? Have you forgotten that these policemen are not there just for IPOB? They are federal controlled. They have duty to do. They are protecting the people. Now you would have, after killing and burning all the station, where do you leave your people? You leave your people vulnerable to criminals. Criminals. Very soon now they'll start roaming the streets, robbing people, killing. There's hunger in the land. There's no money in Nigeria. Very soon it will become a problem. And then the policemen will not be there to come to anybody's rescue. What are we doing? Ndị Igbo nwere n'uche now. A na-akọ Biafra. Anyị ncha bụ Biafra, anyị ncha chọ Biafra. Mana a ga-egbusi onwe anyị before Biafra nwa na-abịa. Okay, for instance now, our population na here decrease. Every day is decreasing. If they say now, tomorrow now, okay, maybe they can't do the referendum. Who they go count? Where everybody don't die finish. I don't know, I say people, our population not they reduce. Our population is reducing by this. It's reducing. How many are we? How many? And it's still continuing. It's not even stopping. So let's say from now to maybe middle of February, and they kill people, they kill Igbos every day. Let's say 10 Igbos every day, or 5 Igbos every day. By the middle of next year, June, do you know how our population would have reduced? Are these people even thinking? So loved ones and people. I saw one woman was crying. Her brother was shot in the stomach. She was just crying. She was just calling Hope Uzodinma. I said, Hope Uzodinma, my sister, this is not anything to do with Hope Uzodinma and Nigerian government. If Nnamdi Kanu maintained the status quo of not putting violence, all these things would have come. But now there's violence. You now say, okay, they are killing innocent people. Yes, they are killing innocent people. Yes, we know we are killing innocent people. But what led to it? What led to it? Somebody set up the platform for the military to come in. Somebody set up that avenue by putting us and painting us to be violent people, killing police and all. What do you expect? Do you expect the federal government to fool their hands? No. It's the same thing happening in Meduguri. Innocent houses, innocent Meduguri people are being killed when army is on the streets. That is the same thing happening. So the worst is yet to come. I was watching a video yesterday. Some governments were walking on the streets and they were clapping for them. Oh my God. You know, some of us that have been privileged to go to the north and experience Boko Haram, we knew how this thing started. But the north were clapping for Boko Haram. I was in Kano when Boko Haram attacked Kano, 2012. I was in Kano. The people were supporting and praying for Boko Haram. See, the thing turned around and became a problem for them. That is the same thing happening. People should know that when you give a hungry, jobless man a gun, when he doesn't see food, he will use it to find food. And it's the same person that is protected. It's the same person that is going to collect food from. The worst is just yet to start. At this point, I don't know what to do again. I just left the whole thing in the house of God because I know it's just disaster. Disaster upon disaster upon disaster. It's going to get worse. People are going to die. Because we people of Igbo land, we still don't want to wake up. Nobody is saying we don't want Biafra, but this is not the way of getting it. We can't be dying now. People, our family can't be dying. When we have nothing, we're not even prepared. Who are you even fighting? From where? What is it? There's no need for fighting now. Okay, look at Oduduwa. Oduduwa are marching forward. They are pressing. Even though they can be trusted, but at least you can see the way they are doing it. Their land is faithful. I mean, don't kill anybody there. But look at them going to the street, doing awareness. Every day you see them. I mean, anytime I see them, I'm impressed. Go to Facebook, you see them coordinated. And Nigeria government is feeling it. They are now worried. They are not talking about violence, not talking about carrying guns, they are not talking about killing anybody. Why did they cannot start it? Why? Why Igbo start the government? Yes, sir. And you know that Igbo has been targets in that country. Igbos have always been hated and been in target. You should use your IQ and know that any Igbos will suffer it. Everybody knows this, that we are hated in our country. So we are supposed to use your IQ, know that this man is a full animal. If you do anything, people will die for no reason. Look at it, it's happening. Yeah? It's happening. It's simple IQ, common sense. You know that yes, your people are not liked in that country. I can't start bringing violence, my people will die. Let's just continue preaching the Biafra. Do everything on ground, everything. Voice is actually very strong. There are other countries, as you see, there are some countries in the world that have gained their independence. Most of them didn't go through violence. Most of them are in the process getting it now. So we must look towards that angle. But now they cannot already change everything to violence. I don't know what will happen. I'm just praying to God. For my family and my extended family in Anambra State, every day I call them. I put them in the house of prayer. In the house of God. I've already told them, if it's getting worse, everybody just has to relocate. Yes, everybody just has to relocate to Abuja, lock up your business, go to Lagos, go to Delta. You can't just die for no reason. That is what my own family is planning. Everybody just has to start relocating. If it gets worse than this. So another thing, George, what I'm trying to say is that Biafra, de facto government. Me personally, I listened to Tony Nadi. I was impressed, just like the last caller said. I was impressed. Tony Nadi, I think Tony Nadi should be what? Encouraged. I think Tony Nadi actually has a better picture. You see this in Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu has already done this, unfortunately. And the more people are using it on your own platform, it will not lead to anything. I suggest you people maybe change to the Igbo nation or find something else and leave that Biafra for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has spoiled it. Anyway, say Biafra now, it doesn't make sense. Nobody is interested in joining that Biafra. So you see people started this de facto government radio. I'm still waiting to see how you people have been able to galvanize the whole South. I'm not saying people have not done anything, but still, when you go to the internet, you go to online, it's still the same thing. So, and now let me tell you the thing. The thing now, our fellow brothers in the lower Niger Delta and the people in the south. You know why they even? Let me tell you, the people still don't reason this way. You know why they even hate Biafra and hate Nandekano and hate anything else? Because they felt that Igbos and them, all of us, we are one. We are supposed to join forces together and break out from Nigeria. Now they are saying Biafra and we are forcing them to join it, and some of them don't want to identify with it. They feel they are not carried along. So now we are trying to what? Segregate inside a group that feels that they are together. That is the anger you see. So a man is saying that why would Igbos, when they know that okay, all of us are Saudi, all of us are supposed to join hand and get freedom. But already now we are saying that this one is Biafra, this one is not Biafra, this one go this way, this one. And the people that are saying that some are blind, not interested. So you see, that name already. Leave all this thing and the can is doing. That name is not going to work. At the end of the day, even though Nigeria breaks, it's Yoruba that will break Nigeria, not Biafra, not Nandekano, not Igbos. It's Yoruba that will break Nigeria. Which now I'm saying that's how it's going to. You see that Yoruba? Those are the people that will break Nigeria. Because as far as the Southeast and the Biafra is all nonsense. There's no cooperation, there's no love, there's no togetherness, it's a turn to violence. The whole thing has become a charade. I don't know how you are going to redeem it. De facto government, if people are still saying Biafra, so far you are saying that Biafra, you are still throwing more salt to the injury. That's my own opinion. No? We will continue like this. Unless you see Tony Nadi, we have to work with everybody in the South. Otherwise, this one you say somebody come and join. When you join, you will now talk. Nobody is going to take it. That is all the truth. This is the time people have to do drastic change and take it forward. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm not telling people what to do. But what I'm saying is that me, I'm a Biafra man. If Biafra comes, fine. If Lower Delta Republic comes, fine. I'm okay with anyone. But as it looks now, Nnamdi has damaged the fabrics of Biafra struggle. That is just the truth. In the Lower Niger Delta, he has destroyed it. He made it an Igbo affair. Nobody is interested to do anything with Igbos. Now, only few. And those ones now are just, just because of maybe one or two things. They are still fraternizing. But deep down, most of them are not interested in Igbo struggle. So it's high time we break away from this Biafra notion, this umbrella. And everybody along. This is Biafra is the problem. You throw it away. Even they cannot damage it. I don't know if people are doing a good job. I encourage people. Biafra comes fine. Biafra doesn't come fine. If Lower Niger Republic of Tony Nadi comes, fine. Me personally, I prefer Tony Nadi in Lower Niger Republic. Prefer it. That's what I prefer. So now, another thing I want to say is that please, you people we have to continue. Keep talking about our brothers. I tried talking to some. I'm glad that some people are beginning to wake up. There are still people dying. People are being killed in the thousands. People are suffering. We are dying. I know. We are dying. This is just the beginning. Before June next year, it will touch everybody. All these ones that are still gallivanting, making noise on social media, it will reach everybody. When I go see for now, it reach everybody. And I call this thing now. It will reach everybody. On Nigerian military, everybody. It will reach everybody. You go see. So all these ones that they do, it will reach everybody. Everybody. So everybody should just now wake up and know what to do. Otherwise, before next June, our population would have reduced in the southeast, and it's only God that can help us. I'm just praying for my people. Me personally and my family are making plans to relocating my own people when it gets worse. We move them from Anambra State. Thank God God gave us the resources to do it. But what of the people that don't know where to go to when this thing gets worse? Already people are dying of hunger. People can't even move. Businesses are being destabilized. And this is just the beginning of go clear everybody for I. Now so Boko Haram start. He clear house for I. Now then come stand up, come push Boko Haram come out from Kano. Push and come out from all this discussing about it. Because they saw what it turned out to be. He go clear River. He go clear Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is not bringing any Biafra anything. He lacks it. Stop being fooled by that noise he makes on Facebook and the noise of his stooges. Samuel Ekman makes us to Facebook, sitting on a good chair in Finland. Do you know these people are just massaging these people's ego? That's what my people don't know. They enjoy the attention they get. And that is one thing that people still don't know, that you are listening to Sameba. And Sameba is actually enjoying the attention you are giving him. That is what is fueling him. It's not even really anything. He's enjoying the attention. And he's safe. He's children. Every day he will remove his sign on. I'll just look at him. If anything to God. Anyway, who fool, now go be fool. Who's greasy in Papa name now fool? Now they go call fool. Who no agree, no go be fool. So if you listen to good English finish from Nnamdi Kanu and you listen to Sameba good English finish, you go to your house and sleep. No light, no water, hunger. You will be waiting for that Biafra. It will not come. The people will be killed because it's coming. It will touch everybody. Now may God just help us. I encourage you people, so Judge Onyibe, you people just start to find, I don't know, people should just open that box, that magic box, and we need a wand, something like a magic wand that will just will just wave around in the air and things will just change. Because if we don't do that now, everybody is heading to disaster. Only women are still shooting. The more they will still be killing. It will continue. People will die. And they are dying now and they'll still die. People, I tell you people, please, my brothers and sisters, Biafra will not come this way. Stop being deceived. We will all die. Fulani is in government. We will all die. When referendum comes, who will do the referendum? Have you people thought of it? When everybody dies, who will do the referendum? Who? How many people will do it? Judge Ibe, let me just end it here. I encourage you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
May God help us. May God protect you people too. I always pray for you people too. May God protect you, Judge Ibe. You are in the front line. You are in the war zone. So God will continue to protect you.
Thank you.
And protect everybody trying to talk things down for us. We just have to pray and do what we have to do. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, and good night from here. Thank you. And of course, the truth cannot be overemphasized. A lot have been said today, but everybody must be rest assured. We understand the position we are as a people in Nigeria. We understand perfectly well the role Nnamdi Kanu is playing. And then we are studying him to know the type of drug he takes so we can cure him properly. And of course, the issue of Biafra will be resolved. In as much as we are appealing to the conscience of our people to observe what is going on, we will continue doing the right thing. We will get home, but we will make sure we will not allow Nnamdi Kanu to rubbish the image of the Biafrans. Because if we do that, over 10 million people have died already because of that name. We will not allow him. He's the one rubbishing himself. And then we are gradually following him up. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, my fellow Biafrans.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Sir, it seems today, today's program is very, very good. Everybody, I'm following since. I can see that everybody is contributing very heavily because they say there is fire on the mountain. I know we are fighting for our rights, but people are dying at home. Please, sir, under your platform, under your leadership, I want you to preach. Now the call it preaching. I want you to preach to our people to understand. Freedom fighting is not campaigning. I say it once again. Freedom fighting, people will die. I don't know another means we Biafrans will take so that the world will come to our rescue. The world will listen to us. Now, I believe you are among the people that is fighting it at the initial time, amicably, going to international community and writing to them. I know you are among the people that started the movement. I don't know how we can use, how we can do so that the world will listen to our cry. Are we to abandon the restoration of Biafra? I don't know how Nandekali is making mistake. Can another person come with another system so that our people will be saved? Now the whole Nigeria is in fire. Not only Biafra now. Not only Biafra people are against the system of their government. Everybody is against the system of the government. The local woman in the village is against. People on the top is against the system. So I don't know who is supporting them and who is not supporting them. Okay, how can we do? What can we do now to restore Biafra, to achieve this thing? The last caller made a good contribution. At the same time, there is a place I want to help him out. Yoruba people are doing their own peacefully. I know when IPOB started it. I know when Nandekali is moving from one state to another. It's peaceful movement. The more you are growing in freedom fighting, the more the pressure will come. The sitting government will not agree to another government to come. That is the problem. I have been in about 4 countries in a war zone. Where I'm staying now is a war zone. I know. If we read, some of us have traveled, some of us are educated. So the people who don't have the opportunity to travel, like me, people who don't have opportunity to travel can read. The India today, the India that have everything today, they pass through this thing under the British government. India pass this kind of thing now under the British government. They later succeed. Abidjan is like freedom fighting. The former president of Ivory Coast is like freedom fighting. They fought it. People die. Senegal, the place they call Zingecho, up to today, they are still fighting. People are dying. The last one now, Libya. Many people don't know what happened here. Many people don't know what really happened here. Advanced war. They fight. They don't want the Western world to control them. The other one in the country supported him. He started fighting the one that the Western world is supporting. They fought it 1 year, and it is only few months now they get themselves. Freedom fighting is not election campaigning. Let our people know these things. Like me, like the last caller said it. He have advised his family. Likewise me. Even not when it is worse. It is worse now. It is worse. People at home don't have the means of communication the way we have it. People at home don't know what is happening. They have blocked the whole system, the communication system and all the rest. The war is at hand. If we cannot fight for Biafra restoration, leave home. You are rolling to Abuja, you are rolling to Lagos. Is it safe there? The whole Easterners are at risk. As far as you are an Igbo, you are an Easterner, you are at risk. Whether you're a politician or not a politician, they don't know who is who. They have now, let me come again. Now, the mercenaries in Libya are looking for a place to go. Mercenaries from Libya, after Syria problem, they are looking for a place for the mercenaries to leave Turkey. Yes, the Turkey employed the mercenaries to Syria. After the Syrian problem, they have to move down to Libya. Libya only is over. Now they are looking for a place to go. The war is out. Any Biafra man, whether you are agitating under Nnamdi Kanu, whether you are agitating on your own, let us have it in mind. Unless you don't believe in Biafra, unless you are not a Biafran, as far as you are a Biafran, neither you join them or you leave them. That is my own advice. Neither we join together to fight it or we leave it. Another thing we have to have in mind, with this thing now, they know that we are advanced. They know that our brain is open. If we lose this opportunity, Biafra will suffer forever. After the Biafran Civil War, the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, they thought that we are still blind. Now they have known that we are wise. If we lose this opportunity, neither in peace or in pieces, Biafra will suffer forever. We will be slaves. They will not give us. Look at what is happening in the government sector now, in federal sector. How many Biafrans are in the post? No, we are going to be slaves forever. Let us go to international level. If it is through writing or through with leg, we march to the offices, beg them for a referendum. That will be better. That is my own advice, please, sir.
Thank you very much. Your advice, your contribution are taken. Thank you very much. And of course, like everybody should know, the problem now is, even though we have to fight, is it supposed to be in our land? Are we supposed to be fighting ourselves? How did we get here? We have numerous pro-Biafran groups. None of them have enemy. But Nnamdi Kanu have made all of them enemy. These are the problem people are not seeing. Everybody is evil, saboteur. Only that idiot, Nnamdi Kanu, that is holy. He has tried to engineer us against one another. And eventually, maybe he will carry it out. Then he is not ready for what will happen after that time. This war must be fought in our land by ourselves before we can confront those enemies. And so when people say, let's do this, it's all about unity. Unity is the key. But in the Kanu program, unity will remove him from his supremacy throne. And this he don't want. And so instead of you to take his supremacy from him, Biafra rather not come. That is what he wants. But anybody who think we are ignorant or naive about the situation or on ground, and then you think again. It is stage by stage. We will destroy everything ego. We will remove it completely. Separate the wheat from the chaff. And when that is done, the wind will come and blow in the midst of all of us. Biafra will be restored, believe me. It is not in the place of the Yoruba Hausa Fulani to keep us perpetually in bondage. They don't have what it takes. But then we can prolong our suffering in Nigeria. But this having been said, we are trying to put another process in place that will make people to communicate 100 words even without saying one. That is why we are here and doing what we are doing at this moment. But that having not been said, we don't expect everybody to understand, honestly. But it's a matter of time. Why are you soon? And you can be rest assured, we are not in a hurry. We go nowhere. And so once again, thank you for those who were able to call in to making their genuine contribution. My apology to those of you who I cannot pick their call at this moment because our time are far spent. Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. And so from here, I say good night and God be with you. Ndewonu.